Good afternoon. Welcome to the Bobcast. This is Ryan. This is another BOBplays today. We're going to look at a new game. This is going to be a quick look at. And the reason why, and it's completely selfish on my part, is that I've been trying to tell Mike and Doug about the game for a while, and I can tell they're just not buying it. And for all the love we have of Card Hunter is a game we've been playing a lot together. Is a collectible card game or sort of a return card game, like you're consistently improving your deck. I have a game similar to that right here, and it's called Space Food Truck. Obviously, if you click the link on YouTube, you already knew what the game was called, but so I don't know why I do the big reveal, but there it is. This is Space Food Truck. These are our four intrepid explorers. We have a pilot here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. So you got the pilot there in the blue hair. You've got the researcher with the giant purple bulbous head right there in the center, the Luke Skywalker of the group in this. He's very much has a Star Wars Luke Skywalker sort of pose there as the chef, and then on the other side we have the engineer. Yeah, he's fixing and taking care of the ship, and we have our ship flying around the corner there. So this is Space Food Truck. We're going to play just a couple of rounds of a game just to see how it goes. As you can see, I've been trying. It's not quite working out for me, so we're going to delete both of those. We'll start brand new, and you know what? Maybe this is I've been playing at medium, and I have yet to win the game. Maybe I should jump into mild. No, we'll do medium just so that you'll get a true representation of probably how difficult the game actually is. So there's two ways to play this game. Obviously, I'm playing the single player mode right now. But you can also play it with friends, where you can basically pass and play each turn and talk about, so each person can have their own member of the ship, and then they would have their role in which to complete. You'll get a better idea when we go to. I guess I should have looked and seen. I wonder if I can. I can't go back. Let me read this real quick. Space. Sprinkled across the vastness are more exotic flavors than any single tongue could hope to fathom. We, the Galactic Gourmet Crew, risk our lives to bring the finest dishes from across the stars right to your home planet, and to earn money so we can repay our creditors for the very expensive spaceship. The captain has plotted our course, the chef selected some signature recipes, and the engineer says all systems are go, and the scientist, we prefer not to ask what he's up to. All we're missing is some fresh ingredients and hungry customers. Let's go. So this right here, popping up here, is going to be the general interface of the galaxy here. So these are all the different locations. And then now this is the one that I expected to see. This is sort of where the game board is played. So every round starts with something happening. Not most of the time it's bad. This is a Vexel. The orange circle here is the. Let's see, you can see my mouse. It's not real present on my recording screen, I guess. We just fumigated where these things come from. Add a Vexel to your discard. So you have a draw pod and a discard pod, and then you get 5 cards each time, as long as your draw pod is working the same. And then there's 2 values on each card. There's an orange value, which is the power value. So right now the captain has 2 power total, because that's 0, 0, 0, 2, or 1 and 2. And then there's a worth or a value. So there's power and then value. The blue is what each card is worth, and we'll get to that in a second. So here's the spaceship itself. Each round goes. Everyone gets a turn essentially. Each one of those is a round, I guess. It's not really. It's like, to me, I think of a round every time the captain starts. That begins a new round. Then everybody gets a turn. But you'll see there's some turn counters that'll happen as the ship takes damage and so forth that we'll have to address. At the very top here, pierogi. We've got Astro Onion and Dark Turnip are added together to make a pierogi, and we'll then be able to deliver that. So let's look at what the map is. We looked a little bit at it at first. So this is the galaxy that we travel on. We follow all along these red lines. And then here are the 3 spots. So here's where the pierogi must be delivered, and then the stuffed zancho has to go here, and then the antelope souffle has to go way down here. And then every time we travel, events will occur. So you have an event that occurs at the very beginning of each of your turn, and then every time you move and discover a new planet, something will occur. So I'm going to look at my cards real quick. This is an ask around card, so we'll use it first. First, I like to backtrack. Make sure there's. Okay, so it's back. That's an alien we don't need to know anything about. And I'm gonna work my way towards the first spot. So, Bajorg Beedle, that's a recipe that would be helpful, and one marked off the list. Okay, so we kind of go this way. Alright, so how we go is we play an engage card, and then we give power to that engage card. So this one has no power, there's no reason to play it. But these two both have power, so we can play it. So we're going to submit. Our FTL gauge up here has increased by 2. And now we're just going to... Which one did I... Now I want to kind of go this way. Okay, we don't know what's going to go here, but we'll find out. Let's done. Let's punch it, and then the captain's going to get us out of here. Here we go. Okay, one marked off. You chat with a fellow captain at a local spaceport. He doesn't know anything about exotic ingredients, but he does share some interesting details about a nearby planet. Right here. French fried fuel, which gives us some extra FTO. It's not a bad event, so that's a positive. So let's get back here. Dock ship, okay, and then at every planet, every new planet you go to, there's these blueprints that you can add down here to your Zap Mart. So it's good to see we have a dark turnip in there because we'll need it. We'll also need an astro onion, so we're going to put that there. The thing that I'm noticing is there's not a lot of cheap ones, so we're going to go ahead and go cheap here. And you'll see why in just a second. So we're all done. There's nothing else that I can do. So we're going to go next phase. And now we go to our Zap Mart, where we just stocked it, and we whatever our value is, so our captain had a value of 5, gives us 5 credits to spend here. You know what? We'll probably just go raw silk. It's sort of a generic power card, but it has no value to it, so it's not great. It just allows us to use your job cards a little easier. And I'm not going to be greedy here and take more than what I could. I can't afford anything else anyway, but these have to be restocked by the captain, and if they're not, then you have to take what's a leftover card. Everybody has to take at least something from here every time, and obviously you wouldn't necessarily want a leftover card because it has no value whatsoever and only gives you 1 power, so it would dilute your deck. So we're going to end our turn. All these cards are going to go into the discard pod, and then we're going to get our remaining draw cards. Okay, so that's 1 turn. Now it's the chef's turn. Something's going to happen here. Cook. You shouldn't have clicked that. A bogus link hacks your discard pile, sucking a random card from your hand. So, you know, every scientific discovery yourself in one word trick. Just click here. Scientists hate it. That's funny. So now instead of having 5 cards, we only have 2. They have a Taste of the Future card, which is a generic +1/+1. These are grid cards, especially when you start getting negative cards in your hand. You'll see. We're going to play one now. So we get to pick one, and then we can destroy the other if need be. Neither of these cards really matter. We're not going to destroy either one of them because we want them all, so we're just going to discard. We will begin to destroy Taste of the Future cards, though, because we'll get better than 1/1s. But this is great because it allows us to move rooms. And, again, we'll see why that's important later on. I got another Taste of the Future, so might as well play it. If nothing else, we're adding value to our overall hand, which is going to give us more money when we go to the marked. So we can now buy. We need both of them. I just said not to be greedy, but I think we are going to be greedy because we need both those ingredients for the pierogies. So the good thing is the chef now has them. So now we can just get a cook card. And we did. And didn't look like we had enough power, though. Alright, research or scientist turn, and something bad's going to happen. We can choose to discard 2 power, or we will take 1 damage. Now we have the shield to take it, but to be honest, no. Let's just take the damage. There we go. So it took 1 damage. Alright, so Foresight allows us to unlock or peek behind a few of them, but because we have a research card and we have 2 power, we might as well go ahead and jump in here. Now, I don't have a preference on which one of these to unlock first, and I'll be honest, I don't know which one is better, but I do like to start unlocking the chef's cards because of that card right there. This is the Flambe card, which allows you to destroy a card from any player's hand, and then they get to draw 1. So is like that Vexel card that came up to the captain first. If the captain's holding that card when the chef's turn begins, I can flambe that Vexel card, destroying it completely. So it's not going to water down the chef's deck anymore. And they get to draw a new card, which is helpful. So, and we'll do the engineer because we got to keep the good. We got a duct tape card. Got to keep the ship working in order for all of us to get there, because that's the only loss condition, is for the hit points of the ship to go below 0. So, okay, so I think I'm done with the scientist. And I do have enough value in my deck to get a raw silk, which is great. And we're going to end our turn. Good, 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 good. One thing I didn't check, which I probably should look at, so it's the engineer's turn. Let's find out what happens. Alright, we got a busted door. Again, not a huge deal right now because we don't have an event that's actually requiring us to switch rooms, but eventually that would be a problem. I do have an engage card. I think that one's engaged. Alright, good, okay. Because the bad thing will be is if the captain does not have an engage card or a way to get the engine moving, then you kind of stay stagnant in one spot, and then everybody has to pretty much take a round of leftovers. But we do have an engage card, so that's good. Let's see what we have here. We have a hall pass, which we don't need. We could upgrade the ship 2 different times, so that's what we'll do. We'll upgrade, submit, and I like to go shields first. So we will do that for both of them. There we go. And that's it. Next phase. We still have 5 values, so we can get a raw silk, which is better than a leftover, and end the turn. Now, I talked earlier at the beginning how this is sort of could be a multiplayer game. I didn't check to see if it's possible that like one person could play 2 and somebody else could play 2, but I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. I don't actually need a bunch of power. I could charge my FTL all the way up, but really, I could just get rid of 2 of those cards and save ourselves the damage. I believe I got a Zoe at my back. I do. How's it going, Zoe?
Good.
Alrighty.
Hi.
Yeah, Zoe's saying hello. I wonder, I can't tell if I get to go here then there, but again, I'm sort of moving that direction. So let's just go this way. And won't have to worry about it. There's definitely a positive to exploring because you get to keep more of those cards in your zap mark. Oh, okay, they've got us cornered. Discard 4 power cards. A random card from each player's hand is lost forever. Oh, I don't have any power cards. Uh-oh, this could be bad. If we lose like an ingredient card or something like that, it could be bad. I've actually never had this happen. Oh, that hurts. Losing a wrench for him is bad. Wow. That's rough. Okay, so we will need some blue meat, so we'll grab them. Uno Mas remote is pretty good. Actually, we have enough to take them all, so let's just take them all. It's not going to leave them too... It's actually... They're all low value, so that actually helps. Zoe's climbing on the furniture behind me. The value of this has gone down pretty much, so there we go. Chef still has pretty good value at 6, so he'll definitely be able to buy some more ingredients. Problem here is we don't have enough. Oh, take damage, good. Not good, I guess, but taste the future. We need power. That's going to be enough, I guess. So we're going to cook. We're going to use the hall pass and the taste of the future to get 2 power. And then back up, Zoe. You're in the microphone. We're going to drop that dark turnip in there, and it is now cooked as part of our pierogi recipe. And that was, I'd say, that was a pretty good turn. We're recording a little video here, so we're going to grab the blue meat because we will need it. And there you go. And we will have a cook and an after on next time. So we're definitely making good progress on our recipes. Actually, a little bit better than what we normally get, or what I normally get. We're going to open up one more each of these. Maybe I should have focused on the engineer a little bit since we did lose a wrench. We got an overdrive which fills our FTL to the max, then allows us to travel, which it's a much better than a regular engage card. And then we've got a breakthrough card here which reduces any character's lab research by 2. So I think it's a single use though. Use it once and then, because those research cards scale. I'm gonna have to we'll grab an onion because I don't see it being needed anymore. Well, at least once we cook the one that we have, and if we need to, we can always trade it to the cook. You'll see how that works if we play that much longer. So we got 2 research cards there. All right, no need for a workshop, but that's okay. We're in the workshop. We're gonna lose one. Oh, of course, we lose the range card. That's great. There's really nothing for us to do here, and the sad thing is this value's gone all the way down to 3, which means that we can buy the other blue meat, but that's pretty much it, and it gives a good value. So now Noah's saying hello. Hello, Noah.
Hello.
Okie dokie. And we will get a trusty wrench for next time, so we'll be able to get things going. So, what's the bad event that's going to occur? Hey, it's not a bad event. It's a good event, and it's rare, but it happens. Well, it was good because I got it, bad because it ends up being a Vexel. Which actually takes away value from my hand. So these Vexels are really bad. It keeps us really from buying things. I'm just going to fill up the FTL. Oh, I can't. It is full. Okay. And we're going to head right there to that one. We'll see what happens when we get there. Punch it. And here we go. Oh, see, we knew this already because of our asking around card. But we're going to want to buy that so it can be purchased by our cook. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. We don't really need another onion to buy. And for 3, I'd rather have the raw silk. But some of these are getting pretty high in value. You can see the chef does have 7 value in his hand now. So we'll buy the flex inverter. Or we'll stock the flex inverter. But we already have an Exchangertron here. We already have so let's just buy another silk. Spun silk is better than raw silk because it does give you 1 value. Excuse me. Okay, and we don't need to go any further here because we don't want to encounter another bad ingredient. If we had someplace we were rushing to, it'd be different, but we really don't. So I like the captain having the Unomos remotes because in my mind, it's the beginning of the round and allows us to sort of negotiate things that way, but honestly, I don't think it matters. So we have to 0 value, but we did buy the Unomos remote. Okay. I was confused for a second, but I figured it out. Oh, got a bonus card. That's great. So it's more power here. Let's see if we can't maybe get something else. Okay, so this is good because we're going to cycle through here. We'll just discard that. So here we go. We'll do it again. Oh, we got blue meat. Perfect. And we'll discard that. We don't have enough power, though, to actually cook both of them. Actually, we can't cook the blue meat yet. We have to cook the onion first. But we could have if it was ready. So now that you see the pierogi is now boxed up and ready to go. So it's ready to roll. And we now have a value of 9, which is perfect. So next phase, we can buy. We will need this, but not for a time. We'll go ahead and get it, though. And that's all. I would have liked to have that gamma toaster. Alright, here we go. Scientists, let's do your job. And a Vexel. See, the game can kind of pick up a little bit here, but see, I don't do a very good job of comparing and sort of plotting out my moves. I think if the guys and I if we were able to maybe get a 4th person and play it together and really sort of verbalize, I would be able to focus just on what my character needs and what I'm doing. But right now, I can't tell you what the engineer needs. If he needs more cards or whatever, but we're going to open up that. Discard dive is a good one. I really treat I would say it would be fun to be the chef or the engineer. I would think that the researcher or the scientist would be the worst character to play because there's not a lot of... You're not helping a lot unless you start getting some of those utility cards. And then the captain, I would assume where you're going a lot of time is probably a group decision. But as you see, okay, here's what we want to see. Crisis, virtual combat. A nasty computer virus has cropped up in the workshop. It's contained behind a firewall, but the engineer and the captain only have 12 turns to enter virtual world and defeat the virtual combat. Defeat it in virtual combat before the ship takes 2 damage. So here's an event, and you see here, we have 12 turns to get both the engineer, who's already there, and the captain into the workshop in order to defeat the virtual combat. But We'll get to that when we get to that, I guess. Do I want to upgrade my FTL? Really, I don't need to. Let's just use the wrench and 2 power and try to get some of this stuff fixed. I'm going to go ahead and put most of it into the shields, or all of it into the shields. I should have done the bridge door, though, so that we can get the captain actually out of there. But that's okay. Next time. Okay. Flux inverter is good for utility because it allows you to either make it worth 3 power or worth 3 value if you don't need the power. But this is good because we can start discarding some cards that we don't need or want. And in the turn. Here we go. Back to the captain. And we will have some duct tape last time to fix this door. See, because the hall pass will not allow him to move out. So you'd have to use the Unimos remote or something like that in order to get it to happen. And we don't have that, so we're making our way to the first. We'll go ahead and put it in there. If something good happens, we might jump to the next one. Okay. Oh, marked one off the map. It's not a bad thing, so we'll find out what this is. Technically stealing. I don't know what it is, but we're going to go ahead and punch it and make our way to that first one. Maybe a little sooner. Space-time flies. For lack of a better explanation, space-time seems to have hiccuped, reducing all of our crisis timers by 4. Okay, that is going to affect us a little bit because we do have one crisis timer currently active. But that's okay. So we will need a dark turnip. I see it up here later in the menu. X-ray burnalyzer is good. Hall passes are good, and we'll go ahead and grab another turnip just for the value. Good. And again, we can't move the captain at this point, so that's it. End of turn. The only thing the captain can buy a hall pass, so we'll go ahead and get that rather than a turnip. End turn. Moving to the cook. See if we can't cook some blue meat. Okay. Got a Vexel, that's not good. So we're going to flambe a card from someone's hand. Does anybody have a Vexel in their hand? No, they don't. So what do I want to flambe? I should have checked that. Can I cancel it? I can. Okay, so let's taste test here. We want this. We can't cook it yet, but it does add value to my hand, so and then we'll discard that one. And taste test again. I cook, which does not add value to my hand, but that does. It does add power to my hand, excuse me. But that does, so we'll discard that one. And let us... Did I click cook? Let's cook. Alright, here we go. We need power, so we use the Borge Beetle for power this time. Submit. We want to cook the blue meat. I feel a sneeze coming on, to be honest. Maybe. I can't tell. It's right there in my nose, but I don't know. We'll just try to power through. Okay. End our turn. We bought one turnip. We're good. We don't need to be stingy. It'll be there. It's not going anywhere. We got the beetle next time, but we still have more stuff to cook. Oh, got a bonus card for the scientist, which is great. Let's reduce the chef's power by 2. Done. Okay, and foresight. We'll just run the foresight here. We'll just pick a few. We'll see what we get. Engineer here. Yeah, we're trying to get a new wrench. That's duct tape's good. And this is a power core. Quantum nucleic core. Nucleonic core. Which, if you're in the workshop, allows it to be 6 power, which is huge. We're trying to fix a bunch of stuff on the ship. Okay, what do you want to buy here? He's got 7. He's got the most. Flux inverter would be helpful. X-ray burnalyzer is good too. And if I remember right, he's drawn a couple of Excels. In the turn, let's go. He's not gonna have much going on next time. That's okay though. Okay. Crisis in the fork. Someone put a fork in the microwave and set it for 12 turns. The scientist and the chef bravely volunteered to meet in the kitchen to defuse the situation. Okay, we're still waiting on the captain to get down here, but as part of that, we need to fix his door, the lab door, and we have one left. We'll put it in the shields. Okay, that was just duct tape. Let's use 3 things to fix the ship, which we did. We'll go ahead and use this to add 1 power to FTL, and we're essentially, yeah, we don't want to move him, so we're done. And we can buy a dark turnip, which is a value of 3, which is helpful for us to buy larger things in the future. And we can always trade it to the cook. So I hope you guys are starting to see the rhythm of the video of the game here, and see the comparisons here of this. Oh, which one broke? That one broke. I think the Uno Mouse remote will actually get around that. But I just realized that I don't have any engage card. So, okay, well, I guess it. I thought this was the one that let you move, but no. Okay. And we did not get an engage card there either, and we cannot use the hall pass to get there. So, unfortunately, I think we're just going to take the damage from the workshop, which is a bummer. So, because that means we only missed it by 1 turn here. If this door would not have broke this time, we could have made it. And we can't go anywhere, so that means we can't buy anything. So, I like to punish the captain when it happens, and just get the leftovers with him. We will be able to engage next time with both of them. We got 2 that time. Engage and the overdrive. So I'm going to take a damage to the shields, which is sad. We can't cook the beetle. We don't need to go anywhere, so he's pretty much done as well. The good thing is I do have enough power there, or enough value to buy silk instead of leftovers. Can flambe that thing next time. Oh, life support. Lose 1 hit point every 4 turns until it's fixed. So 4 turns there. That would be 1 full round. Load it up with as much power as we can get. We're going to go ahead and get a duct tape for the engineer. And we'll get the free sample from the chef and another free sample from the chef. So we're really loading up on these 2. Maybe I should have done the captain, considering how we just didn't have an engage card when we needed one. But we will see. Leftovers for you, sir. We'll have to start burnalizing those cards away. We've got a Vexel with him as well. So the good thing here is we'll be able to take care of a lot of this. Did take all of our shields, but we have 3 power to put into this wrench, which will give us a chance to fix some shields. Sorry, Draw Pod, it's just not going to happen. So there has to be some give and take. I understand that, but I do feel like we're giving way too much. We're not taking enough in order to be successful, but I haven't taken any damage. So honestly, this is some of the best we've done. So you guys are good. You guys are good luck for me. I'm just going to choose the overdrive. I basically just want to play this until we get this last one delivered, and then we'll put a cut in the video. And if you want to see more of it, just leave a comment down below and let me know you want to see more. If you want to play with us, then send me a message and let me know that you want to play some that you have and want to play space food truck with us. I know that. Alrighty, so it's a crowd pleaser. Our Faroki's a hit on Iskar. Isakar? Nothing but smiling face and full belly as far as the eye can see. It's times like these that make all the danger and the near-death experiences feel totally worth it. On our second stop today, we hear the natives on Ashley are suckers for stuffed nachos, so let's not disappoint them. So Eureka here, a stimulating encounter has your scientist inspired. A random research node is unlocked and is worth at working in the lab station. The card goes directly into the player's hand. So there we go. We got yellow X, which is an artificial ingredient, but it's pretty good. 2 power and 3 value. Let's fill up the Zap Mart here. power gloves are good. It allows us to draw 2 new cards. They're worth 5, but actually we have enough to take all of them, so let's just take them all. And there we go. I'll stop here and put a cut in the video. Like I said before, if you guys are interested in seeing more, by all means, let me know. I could play more. But I hope you've had a chance to enjoy it, and follow us. I'm all discombobulated here. You can check us out on our home on the web, BuffaloBrotherhood.com. You can follow us on Facebook, which actually a lot of the communication takes place on Facebook. It's at facebook.com/BuffaloBrotherhood. You can follow me on Twitter at BuffaloCast. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop me a line, let me know, and I'll see you next time.